Welcome to AITV News. New numbers from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention show that the United States fertility rate fell to an all-time low in 2024, extending a nearly 20-year slide and raising fresh questions about America's demographic future. In the next few minutes, we'll unpack what the figures mean, why they're falling, and the debate over whether we should be worried. First, the headline. The total fertility rate dropped to 1.599 children per woman in 2024, down from 1.621 in 2023. The replacement level, the point at which each generation exactly replaces itself, is about 2.1. For decades, the United States hovered near that mark. Now it sits well below it, alongside many Western European nations. This decline is long-running. After peaking at roughly 3.5 children per woman in the early 1960s, the rate fell, briefly touched the replacement level in 2007, and has slipped almost every year since.
You might wonder how the rate can fall when the raw number of births actually rose last year, up about 33,000 to just over 3.6 million. The key is the denominator. The CDC counts births relative to the number of women of childbearing age, and that group grew in 2024 largely because of immigration. With more potential mothers in the population, a small uptick in births wasn't enough to keep the rate from dropping.
So why are women having fewer children on average? Simplest answer is that many are waiting longer or deciding not to have kids at all. Economic pressures loom large. The rising cost of housing, childcare, and higher education makes starting or expanding a family feel risky. Social policy matters too. Unlike many peer nations, the United States lacks universal paid parental leave and subsidized childcare. As Karen Guzzo of the Carolina Population Center puts it, worry is not a good moment to have kids. Whether this constitutes a crisis is hotly debated. Some officials warned of a shrinking workforce and an aging population. Recent federal proposals have included expanding access to IVF treatments and even baby bonuses, one-time payments to new parents, in hopes of nudging the numbers upward. Demographers, however, urge caution before sounding the alarm. Leslie Rood of the University of Colorado Boulder calls the drop an ongoing process of fertility delay, not a plunge into irreversible decline. The United States population is still growing thanks to immigration and a continued, though narrowing, gap between births and deaths. Many experts doubt that small cash incentives will move the needle. They argue that meaningful change would require tackling structural issues like childcare costs and paid leave.
Looking ahead, most analysts expect the fertility rate to remain below replacement for the foreseeable future. Economic anxiety, delayed marriage, and high living costs show no sign of easing soon. Whatever your view, the numbers released this year confirm a profound demographic shift, one that will shape the nation's economy, politics, and social fabric for decades to come.